Hello, 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 my beautiful peeps out there. How are you guys doing on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thursday? How are you guys doing on this beautiful Thursday? Today is May the 18th, 2023. Woo! How are you guys doing on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Thursday? How was you guys' Mother's Day? Did all of y'all enjoy your Mother's Day? For all the moms out there, did you guys enjoy your Mother's Day? Well, my Mother's Day, but I must say that I was very blessed to have good friends come over and sit with me and, just reminisce on, the good times, and it felt real good. It felt really, really good, because, my spirit was a little down, it was a little down, and what I was going through, I needed my mom. I needed my mom. I just needed my mom just to tell me that it was okay, that everything is going to be okay, because my mom was my best friend. My mom was the person that I will tell her everything that I am dealing with in my life. She's someone that would uplift me, and show me how to look at things in a positive way. And when you lose that person that you don't have anymore, especially, that person is going to be true to you, and I just needed my mom, I just really, really, really needed my mom, but it's okay. It's okay. She was in heaven. She was surrounded by me. She knew that I needed my friends, and, and it was beautiful. So I'm not going to look at it in a negative way. I'm going to look at it in a positive way. So my Mother's Day was beautiful. It was beautiful. Just 1 second, guys. But I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. But yes, guys, I just want to talk about, how it is when people test your faith and they test your happiness. Sometimes we get so caught up in other things that we really don't focus on our own happiness. So I want to talk about that today, and hopefully I can uplift somebody out there that's just, right now, they're just not feeling happy with themselves. They just feeling down about themselves, because a lot of times we beat ourselves up a lot. We do. So I just want to dedicate this to someone that I truly, truly love. And then also for the ones out there that feels like you needed this uplifting today. I just want to bring happiness to your life. I just want to show you, So I'm going to get started like I always do. I burn my sage. I broke a piece off. So I'm going to burn my sage to bring in nothing but positive energy your way while you're watching my podcast today. So I'm burning the sage today for nothing but positive energy. Sending it your way. So I'm going to let that burn. And then if it burn out, I'll just burn it again. But I'm just going to bring in positive energy, positive thoughts. Because sometimes in life, we forget about ourselves. We forget about making ourselves happy. We get so caught up in the negative thoughts, and we lose ourselves, you know. So the ones out there, if you're feeling lost about yourself, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. You know, we all go through it in life. We all go through it in life. You know, so don't beat yourself up. You know, don't beat yourself up. So, today's podcast, how to bring happiness to yourself. A positive attitude, generally a good thing, but bad things happen to everyone. Remember that. You're not the only one that bad things are happening to you. Everybody experiences bad things. Everybody. Nobody's an escape from that. You know, some people have, you know, the worst bad things, and some people have the little bad things. It's just part of life. If you get some bad news, make a mistake, or just feel like you're in a funk, don't try to pretend you're happy. Acknowledge the feelings of unhappiness, letting yourself experience it for a moment. I feel like a lot of times people are afraid to allow bad news. Wait, let me back up. Let me back up. Let me put it to you like this. A lot of times people live their life, as long as their life is good, they're happy. But as soon when something bad happens in their life, they're unhappy. They can't handle it. You have to understand, you're going to have bad moments in your life. It's how you deal with those bad moments in your life. A lot of times people are afraid to have bad moments in their life because they don't know how to handle those things. You have to you have to practice. And it starts with having a having a positive mindset. That's where it starts. You have to erase all of those negative thoughts that whatever you was taught, and some of those things that you was taught, it didn't bring on a lot of positivity. It didn't bring on how to deal with negativity in your life. So it takes practice. You know, don't be afraid to accept the bad news. Because when you get afraid to accept bad news, you freak out because you don't want to deal with anything that has to do with bad news. You don't want to deal with it. You feel like the only way your life is going to be happy if you have nothing but happiness in your life. That's true. But you can still have happiness in your life when you're dealing with bad news. You know, sometimes you have to take a moment and sit back and analyze what you're going through in that bad moment. Analyze it. Ask yourself, what can I do to make it better? You know, it starts with yourself. You have to practice self-love to yourself. You got to stop pleasing others. You have to. We have to stop accepting other people's opinions, especially negative opinions. We got to stop taking that on, those negative opinions. We have to. That would destroy you. It will. What brings happiness to your life? Regular positive thinking will help you develop inner peace. Success, improve relationships, better health, and happiness. You have to work on yourself. It's never too late to work on yourself. Don't never think that you're too young, you're too old. It's never too late to work on yourself. You have to work on yourself. You have to be true to yourself. What 4 things are needed for happiness? 1, friendliness. 2, cheerfulness. 3, compassion. 4, gratitude. You have to have those 4 things in your life. You have to. What are the 4 things that leads to happiness? 1, the things that make you happy are obvious. Relationship, money, exercise, and positive thinking will make you happy. You have to change your mindset. That is the biggest key. You have to practice this. It doesn't happen overnight. It don't. And I preach about this all the time. And I'm going to continue preaching this. Change your mindset. Bring in more positive thoughts in your mind. Our mind is a beautiful thing. But our mind can also wander into the negative thoughts. It can. That's why you have to practice on your mindset. How to be happier. 1, manage your stress level. Find ways to reduce it. That's another thing. Stop bringing on stress to yourself. Stop. A lot of times we don't realize that we're bringing other people's stress to ourselves. We have to stop that. That is hard to do. But you got to remember, the more stress you bring it to yourself, the more harm you're doing to your body. You have to find things to release your stress. Find things to release that. 2, enjoy yourself. A lot of times people don't take the time out to enjoy themselves. Learn how to enjoy yourself. It's like you're starting all over again from a child. Because if you really realize, as coming up, we didn't get a chance to really learn how to enjoy ourselves or know ourselves. We felt that people around us, that's how we enjoy ourselves. No. You got to learn how to enjoy yourself. Yourself. Not others. Yourself. 3, boost your self-esteem. Because a lot of times we don't realize that we lose our self-esteem sometimes. Especially different situations that we find ourselves in. We do. I've been there. I've been there to a place that I have lost my self-esteem. That I would start to feel less of myself, question myself. You know, when you start questioning yourself, it's time for you to really, really, really go deep in yourself and learn about yourself. You know, and when I got to a point that I start questioning myself, I knew it was time. It was time. It was time for me to learn about Keisha. You know, what makes Keisha happy? 4, have a healthy lifestyle. We have to take care of our bodies. We do. You know, we can't wait until we, become sick. You know, we have to start now. We have to start taking care of our bodies. We do. You know, we have to start moving around more. You know, you're going to have to start eating, things more healthy. You know, we really do. And it's, and another thing will be good is that you start your kids off young, to learn how to eat healthy things. You know, we have to break that old curse, because there's so many of us, it's a diabetic out there, it's so many, and coming up, health wasn't really that important. We really didn't talk about that, especially, coming up in the 70s, coming up, we wasn't really focused on that, the things that we was eating, not realizing the things that, we was eating, it wasn't healthy, but now that we understand certain things that, bring more healthness to us, we learning, so don't be afraid to, to walk out on faith and say to yourself, hey, I'm getting my mind right, but I also got to get my body right too. So don't be afraid of that. 5, talk and vent what you're feeling inside. And that's another biggest thing that I feel like brings on a lot of unhappy. It's because a lot of times people don't know how to express what they're feeling inside. Don't be afraid to express how you're feeling inside. Don't be afraid. You got to learn how to vent that out. You cannot keep holding in the things that you're feeling inside, because the things that you holding in needs to be released. It needs to be released, because the more you hold it in, the more you're bringing in more negative thoughts in your mind. So remember that. Don't be afraid to release that feeling that you're feeling inside. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be ashamed of that. If you have someone that you truly, truly can trust, that you truly can talk to, vent to that person, express to that person how you're feeling inside. And make sure the person that you go to is going to uplift you. That's going to uplift you and show you in a positive way how to make the first step to change those things that you're feeling inside. Remember that. What are the 5 ways to increase happiness? 1, focus upon problem solving, not just venting. That's another thing. You have to, I'm going to back it up. When you're venting the things that you're dealing with inside, don't just vent and you're not trying to better yourself. A lot of times people get caught up of talking, but they're not doing it. When you go to a person and you're venting inside, And I'm going to give you an example. If you're venting inside of changing your life, saying to yourself that you're not going to deal with certain situation, but you're preaching about it, you're venting about it, but you're not doing it. You have to stop talking a good game when you're not living by what you're talking. Because a lot of times people will talk like they're in this positive space, but they're not living in this positive space. So when you vent, make sure you get that shit out, and make sure you practice on being a better person. Don't just vent and you're not trying to change things. You're wasting your time venting. You really are. Because you're venting, but you turn around being in the same vent again. Two, take time to build quality relationship with a supported people. Don't feel like a person is judging you because a person is telling you the truth. If it's coming from a positive person that's there to uplift you, that's there to support you, don't feel like you are being attacked. You're not being attacked. You're not. Teach yourself how to take criticism. Teach yourself that. Don't attack the ones that truly love you. Don't do that. Because one thing about it, they're never going to make judgments of you. Because everybody goes through bullshit. Everybody do. It's just that some people know how to handle things in life. Some people need help. Some people need that push. Some people need that positivity to uplift them, to show them how to balance life. Life is about balance. It's about balance. So don't be afraid to learn how to take criticism. 3, count your blessings and practice gratitude. A lot of times we forget about our blessings. We do. Because we're searching for the wrong blessings. We are. Look at your blessings. Look at your blessings. Just think. Some people don't get blessings often. Some people don't. Some people just get so caught up that they don't realize the blessings that's surrounding them. 4, take time to engage random acts of kindness. Be kind to people. Be kind to people. You never know what a person is going through. I don't care if a person appears to be happy. People can fake happy. Anybody can fake happy. But just be kind, because you never know that one negative word that you said to someone, it could just tip them over. Don't be nobody's trigger. Don't. Be kind. Like they always say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say nothing at all. Sometimes all it takes is a small step to allow happiness in. A lot of times people are afraid to allow happiness in their life. Some people are afraid. Because some people have been hurt so much in their life, they're afraid to have happiness in their life. Don't be afraid of happiness. Don't. You know, we have to understand, some people don't know how to love. Some people don't know how to show people affection. Some people are just mean. But allow happiness to come in your life. Allow that. Open your heart up to bring happiness in your life. I'm going to give you an example. 1, don't seek in others. You hold tools to attain happiness. Only you can attain it for yourself. A lot of times we get caught up. We need others to bring happiness to our life. Don't allow anybody to click on your happiness and your unhappiness. Don't. Don't allow others to determine your happiness. Only you can bring happiness to your life. And a lot of people out there live their life waiting, depending on others to make them happy. That's just like if you're in a relationship with a person. Don't let your partner determine your happiness. I don't care if you are in a relationship. I don't care if you're married. Don't allow anybody to determine your happiness. Your happiness shouldn't be controlled by others. They shouldn't be able to click you on happiness and click you off. Don't. Stop. If you're one of those people, stop. It's time for you to give yourself a reality check. If you're waiting and you live in your life of people clicking on your happiness, it's time for you to get into yourself and learn about yourself and find your weakness. Everybody deals with weakness in their lives. Everybody. Work on your weakness. Nobody should determine your happiness. Nobody. Nobody should be able to click you on and click you off. Nobody shouldn't have that power over you. Two, stop and breathe. Sometimes we have to step away from our life and just take a deep breath. Stop and breathe right now. If you're out there right now and you feeling funk about yourself, stop. Breathe. Three, clear out the clutter. I don't care if y'all been friends 20 years, 15 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, a year, 6 months. I don't care. Clean out the clutter. That could be family, friends. Clean it out. You got to release these negative, toxic people in your life. Release them. You can love them from a distance. Release them. You have to clean all the clutter. If your house is cluttered, clean it. Release it. If your closet is cluttered, clean it. Release it. If you got too many clothes, shoes, clean it. Release it. Get rid of the clutter. Get rid of it. 4, reconnect. You can always reconnect to yourself. Remember that. Reconnect to yourself. Give yourself a quiet moment. Quiet moment to bring love back into yourself. To bring happiness back into yourself. Reconnect to yourself. It's never too late to reconnect to yourself. Never. 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 Never, guys. You know, when I talk about things like this, I love to listen to India Ari station, because India Ari CD, well, it was CDI time. Her 3 albums, it just gave me a whole different outlook of myself. It helped me so much to go through my journey of learning about love and learning about happiness, you know, learning about myself. It opened my mind up, you know, the things that I was dealing with in my life. You know, sometimes people look at people's life and think that people have an easy life. And I know a lot of times people look at my life. I know a lot of times my friends, you know, look at my life and feel like I have this beautiful, happy life. Guys, I go through things. I do. I really do. But I learned how to deal with those things. I do. I learned how to bring in positive thinking. Because I am a big, and when I say big overthinker, I am. You know, it takes practice. And that was the biggest thing that I had to learn, is to stop overthinking. Because when I overthink, it brings nothing but negative thoughts to my mind. It does. It does. That's why I say it takes practice. It takes practice. Steps on how do I enjoy myself. 1, you have to avoid yourself comparing to others. A lot of times people will say to themselves, well, wow, why she accomplished that so quick and I'm still doing this right here? You know, a lot of times people compare themselves. You know, I see a lot of people out there that are friends. You know, I go on Facebook, you know, just to look at the pictures. You know, I really don't go on it like, you know, just go on it. You know, sometimes I go on, I don't even make comments. I don't, you know, respond. Sometimes I don't even do that, you know. But I watch some pictures of some women and, you know, some young ladies, you know, a lot of the relationships that, you know, they in competition, like, you know, comparison, like, you know, because it's funny how you see some pictures and a lot of them are similar, just alike, you know. And a lot of times people like to compare themselves to others. Don't compare yourself to others. You know, don't do that. You know, have your own style. You know, have your own unique way, you know. Stop comparing yourself. Stop feeling like, you know, you might be around a group of women that they are always dressy, and you might be the type that, shit, you feel like put on some joggers and a t-shirt, you know. Be yourself, you know, be yourself. You don't have to always be all dressy. You don't have to be like others. Be yourself. If you feel like you don't want to dress up all the time, don't. You know, don't compare yourself to others. 2, take a step back from social media and phone breaks. That is the biggest key. You have to step back from social media because a lot of times people get caught up in that fantasy world. You know, because nobody is going to show you. A lot of those social media people don't really show you their sad moments. You know, they don't. You know, so you have to step back from social media. You know, like me, you know, I very seldom come on Facebook. Very seldom. You know, if I do come on Facebook or whatever, I might post a picture, you know, I might say a little something or whatever, but it's not like I, you know, be on Facebook like that or anything like that. Now, my favorite thing I like to do is go on Instagram, which I'm learning, you know, and I have been stepping away from Instagram as much, you know, so take time out to, you know, step away, you know, from the social media sometimes. 3, take yourself on a date. I do this all the time. There's nothing wrong with taking yourself on a date. Take yourself on a date. You know, dress up, look cute. Take yourself on a date. You know, go to you know, if you want to go to a restaurant or if you want to go on the beach or anything, just take yourself on a date. Take yourself on a date. 4, lean into perks of being alone. A lot of times people are afraid to be alone. Be alone sometimes. Sometimes being alone, you're sitting there analyzing yourself. You know, you're learning how to bring positive thoughts in your mind and understanding the things that you need to work on, you know, in your life. So don't be afraid to be alone. You know, a lot of times people jump right into a relationship. They get out of a relationship and then 3 months later they're dating, they're back into a relationship because they're so afraid to be alone. Sometimes you need that alone time. You do. You know, and we have to learn how to stop jumping into another relationship so quick. We have to give ourselves a break. We got to learn how to get over one person and learn from that before we jump back into another relationship. And then when you find yourself back into that relationship, going through the same old bull crap. So give yourself alone time if you're breaking up with someone. Give yourself a break. Have that moment to yourself. 5, spend time in the nature. You know, I love to say that. It's always good to be outside, especially today. It's a very, very, very beautiful day. You know, go outside. Just take a deep breath, reflect, look up into the sky. Look how beautiful it is. Bring happiness in your life. You know, take a walk. You know me, I love going to the beach. I love going by the water. Like this weekend, we're going to celebrate my homegirl, Rancia, make it big 5-0 on Sunday, 50 years old. And we're going by some water. And I told them all I want to do is sit on the beach and just listen to the waves. But yeah, you know, you got to find things to bring happiness in your life. You got to find things to bring that happiness back in your life. I'm going to burn my sage to keep this positive energy. Look, guys, my little thing broke. But that's okay. Okay, I'm burning that to keep this positive energy. Keep this positive energy. How to stay positive and happy during difficult times. I'm going to give you guys 6 things that I feel like it's going to help you to stay positive in the difficult times, because a lot of times when we deal with difficult times in our life, we bring in negative thoughts in our mind. We do. 1, remember what you have to be thankful for. Remember that. Whatever difficult situation that you're dealing with, remember. Be thankful. Be thankful. 2, stay connected with loved ones. Don't get caught up in your sadness. And push yourself away from the ones that truly love you. That's always uplifting you, encouraging you. Don't push yourself away from those people that loves you dearly. You need their help to bring in that happiness again. A lot of times I understand that, you know, the biggest thing that we say to ourselves, oh, you know, I'm sorry that I pushed away from you because I needed that moment to myself and this and that. Yes, true. You do need a moment to yourself, but you also need that help from a loved one that uplift you, encourage you. You need that. You know, we need help sometimes when we're dealing with difficult moments in our life. We need help from loved ones. Don't push your loved ones away that truly love you. Don't push them away. Don't. Because a lot of times when you're pushing your loved ones away, you're attracting the negative people that's keeping you in that negative space. Those toxic people. Those are the people that you need to push away. But you don't need to push away the ones that's there for you, to uplift you, to encourage you. Don't push those away. Don't do that. 3, remember one good thing each day. Remember that. Like today. Remember one good thing that happened today. You know, you got to start thinking of happy things. You got to release those sad things in your life. You got to release those things. You got to learn how to release those things. 4, have things to look forward to, no matter how small. It's always something to look forward to. Always. Remember that. 5, don't immerse yourself in negative thinking. Change your mindset. Release those negative thoughts out of your mind. Practice on thinking of positive things. And the biggest key, when you get up in the morning, bring positive thoughts in your mind. Don't get up in the morning with negative thoughts. Don't do that. I don't care if you got to figure out how to pay a bill, figure out, you got a meeting you thinking about, you got this meeting, you got to talk, you got negative thoughts, you down on yourself. Do not get up in the morning having negative thoughts. Do not. Get up in the morning and have positive thoughts. Start your day with positive thoughts. Practice it. If you have to put a sticky note on your mirror, the mirror that you go to every morning, say to yourself, positive thoughts. Tell yourself, I am beautiful. I got this. Positive thoughts no matter what the day may bring. You have to teach yourself this. It takes practice. It's not going to happen overnight, but you have to start somewhere. You have to. 6, think about your purpose in life. Everybody has a purpose in life. Everybody. Think about your purpose in life. Think about the things that you're finding yourself more drawn to, that you love to do. That's just like me, I kept figuring, why I was this person that always uplift people and give people encouragement words and, just help people, find happiness in their life. So I had to figure out, what was my purpose in life. That's why I do my podcast. Because I'm trying to reach somebody out there to change their mindset and look at their life in a positive way. Now I am going to tell you how to bring positivity and happiness in your life. I love to dance, guys. I do. Dancing brings me happiness. It does. 1, focus on positive thinking. To find long-term happiness, you need to reframe your brain from a negativity mindset to a positivity mindset. Focus on your positive thinking. Focus on that. 2, celebrate the little victories. Life is full of ups and downs, but in between we have a lot of little victories that go unnoticed. Take a moment to celebrate these small wins. That's why I say, learn how to focus on the little things in your life that brings you happiness. Focus on the little victories in your life. Stop searching for the big victories in your life. Sorry, y'all. I'll fuck up a word in a minute. But focus on the little things that you have accomplished in your life. We forget about the little things in our life. We so focused on the big things that we feel like we need to accomplish to be happy. That is not true. We forget about the little things that we have accomplished in our lives. I don't care what it is. You have accomplished something small. People are forgetting about the little things that brings them happiness in their life. Stop waiting for the big things to make you happy. Just because you have a big house, just because you have a nice car, just because you have a good job that's paying a lot of money, you're still forgetting about the little things that makes you happy. Because a lot of times when you have all of those big things, a lot of those big things bring sadness to you. Because you're forgetting about the little things that brings happiness in your life. 3, find your work and your life balance. Work takes up a lot of our day. Yes, the hell it does. Some people work 12-hour shifts. Some people work 8-hour shifts. Work does take up majority of our day. It's a shame that we have to work 8 hours a day. It's a shame that we do. But the only way we're going to survive in life, we do have to work. We do have to work to survive in this life. But yes, it takes too much of our damn time. It does. But it shouldn't be the only thing we do. Creating balance in your life will reduce the stress and give you other outlets to express yourself and have fun. You have to balance. Life is about balance. I had to learn that when it came to work. You know how you go to work and people get on your nerves, you like saying to yourself, oh my God, I hate this job. This job getting on my nerves. And here you go with the bull crap, this and that, That was just nothing but negative thoughts that I kept coming in my head about my job. All that was doing is bringing in stress. And then here go my life, dealing with issues, bringing on issues in my life, that's bringing more stress. I had to learn how to balance both of them. I had to say to myself, okay, Keisha, you know how it works at work. You know they're going to have days that you're going to have employees come in with these little fucked up moves early in the morning. You got to learn how to not allow their negative energy to rub off on you. You have to stop bringing stress onto yourself about this job. Because one thing about it, when you're dead and gone, that job is still going to keep on ticking like you was never there. And that's a true fact. A lot of my stress came from my job. Really bad. Like, bad. Bad to a point that it started, like, just fucking with me. Like, having anxieties and shit. I had to find ways, hold up. I had to take a break, hold up. I cannot allow my job to continue stressing me. I cannot. So I had to find positive ways to balance when it comes to my job. And that's what I do. When I'm at work, I'm a totally different person. Totally different person. Because I work in the health field. I deal with patients every day. Good patients, bad patients, every day. But one thing about it, if you see any of my patients that know me, when they walk in there, I'm always greeting them. Always telling them how beautiful they are. I'm going to always keep that positive vibe around me. And yes, before I walk in there, I say a prayer. I burn my sage. I keep sage in my car. I burn my sage, and I think about nothing but positive energy. And that's how I balance work. And I had to learn that. Then when it came to life, I had to stop allowing people to bring in negative energy that was surrounding. I had to learn how to balance my life when I am dealing with something that's going on in my life. I had to teach myself not to stress myself over a bill, over, the situation that my kids going through, the situation that if me and my husband was going through something. I had to learn how to balance life. I had to look at things that when I have to go through in my life, I had to learn how to look at things in a positive way. You have to teach yourself about balance. You have to learn how to balance your life. Just like you have to learn how to balance being a mother. You got to learn how to balance your life. 4, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation works by bringing your awareness and attention to the present moment. It's about being non-judgment and accepting how you feel. Accepting what we are going through. Decrease the stress and help us see situations for what they are. Through mindfulness, we can find peace with ourselves. You have to learn how to deal with your bullshit. You do. You have to learn how to take actions of your bullshit. You have to learn how to accept when you're fucking up your life. And this is some true shit. I feel like, and me personally, I have 2 beautiful girls. And my girls will tell you that when I come to them real deep, it's because I'm coming to them and telling them, you're fucking up your life. Life is about choices. A lot of times people don't realize you bring bullshit to yourself. You do. You got to learn how to accept the things that you're not doing right in your life. Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. We all have messed up moments in our lives. We do. I did. But I had to own up to it. I had to stop being in a denial. Because a lot of times, negative thoughts will put you in denial. You feel like everybody is judging you. So that puts you in a denial, thinking that what you're doing, you got it. But you don't have it. You got to learn how to accept. If you fucked up, say it. It's okay to make mistakes in life. I made mistakes in life. You have to learn from your mistakes. You cannot allow your mistakes to take control of your life. When you allow your mistakes to take control of your life, you're feeling less of yourself. You're losing your self-esteem. Because it comes back to those negative thoughts in your mind. Everybody's entitled to make mistakes in their life. Nobody's life is perfect. The biggest key, learn from your mistakes. Teach yourself not to make the same mistakes. It takes practice. But you got to own up to your truth. Stop being in denial. Own up to it. 5, stop worrying. I know sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard to stop worrying. It is. You know, when I was a little girl, I know I'm going to go over, but this needs to be talked about today. When I was a little girl, my dad's mom, I used to wonder how my grandmother go through life and she don't show you how she's, you know, if she is worrying. She never showed you that negative like vibe, if you get what I'm saying. You know, sometimes when we get to worrying, you can get that negative energy off. You know, you bring negative energy to people so people can sense that, you know, something ain't right. Constantly worrying about everything creates toxic anxiety, where your mind is stepping into the negative thoughts. You got to put it in God's hand. You got to put it in God's hand. You got to have faith in yourself. I know it's hard because we're so used to worrying about things. So our mind is programmed to sit there and worry. But we got to stop doing that. That's bringing in a lot of negative thoughts, and it's bringing in stress. That's one thing that I'm still practicing, still learning. Like sometimes people sit there and worry about their bills. Put it in God's hands. Because one thing about it, He's not going to give up on you. He's going to show you ways to bring that money in. It could be helping somebody take their, you know, groceries out of the car, or somebody call you and ask you to move something. God is going to bring you those blessings. You know, sometimes we want it to happen right then. We can't. Life doesn't work like that. It's about faith. You got to have faith in yourself. You have to. 6, surprise yourself. It's hard to feel happy if you are bored or feeling blah about life. Surprise yourself by setting goals outside your comfort zone. Put yourself in a new or an unexpected situation. A lot of times people are afraid to step out of their comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to do something out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to, like if your friends say, hey, I need you to go with me to this certain place. Oh no, that's nothing that I like to do. You know, don't do that. Step out of your comfort zone. You'll be surprised when you start stepping out of your comfort zone, how much you enjoy those things that you thought that you would never enjoy. Step out of your comfort zone. You know, a lot of times people are afraid to step out of their comfort zone. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. When you step out of your comfort zone, you're allowing yourself to just enjoy that moment. And 7, listen to music. Listen to music lifts our spirit. It makes us feel better. It dance, brings happiness. Any type of music is going to uplift your spirits. Any type of music. You know, I had a friend girl, you know, said that last week, you know, she woke up in that positive spirit. She cut us some music on and she just wanted to dance. That's beautiful when you wake up in the morning and you just have that positive spirit. Like me, I love to dance. I love to be in my house and certain songs are, you know, come on and it just uplifts me. Music, it uplifts you. It brings happiness to your spirit. 7, hang out with happy people. One secret to long-term happiness is surrounding yourself with others who also have a happy mindset. Being around happy people is beautiful. Beautiful. Surround yourself with happy people. Release yourself from toxic people. Release yourself. 8, live in the moment. Our thoughts and feeling often revolves around the past or the future. Reality is what you are experiencing in this very moment. Sometimes we want to escape the reality, but when we stay in the present, we are full engaged in our lives to endure to live in a moment, and you will begin to have a deeper appreciation of your life. I tell everybody, live in the moment. Enjoy the moment. When I go places, I enjoy the moment. I don't care if the waitress, they suck, or people sitting there just bored. I enjoy the moments. Especially if I'm around my friend girls, I'm going to enjoy them. Life is short. None of us are promised. None of us. So enjoy your moments in your life. I don't care if it's the little things. Enjoy the moments in your life. Like today. Enjoy the moment today in your life. Now, last thing, 9. You do you. One of the best things you can do to boost your happiness is to just be yourself. That means not being dependent on approval to others, but accepting yourself for who you are. Spending time to get to know you. You. I'm going to have a couple questions. I only have 3 that I want you guys to write down. Write it down. Put it on your little sticky note. Number 1, what defines you? 2, what do you believe in? 3, who are you underneath it all? That's 3 questions you need to ask yourself. If you're dealing with sadness right now, you dealing with low self-esteem right now of yourself, those are 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. And I'm going to repeat that. 1, what defines you? 2, what do you believe in? 3, who are you underneath it all? Before I end this podcast, I just have, I think, 3 quotes. Well, 4 quotes. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 quotes that I feel like is positive quotes. Be happy, be yourself. If others don't like it, then let them be. Happiness is a choice. Life isn't about pleasing everybody. Make yourself priority. Today, do something for yourself that will make you smile. Do something for yourself today that will make you smile. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. It doesn't take much to make you happy. It don't. It's the choices that you're making in your life that's bringing you that sadness, that unhappiness. Change your thinking. Don't let toxic people savage your happiness, ruin your positive attitude, your mind, or destroy your self-confidence. Surround yourself with generous, positive, and people who will lift you up. You know, when you find yourself in different situations, I want you to ask yourself this. What can I learn from this situation? 2, I would try it in a different way. 3, what else can I do? Remember that. When you find yourself in different situations, ask yourself those questions. Those questions are going to help you look at your situation in a positive way. Always, always keep your face to the sunshine. Be someone sunshine. Be someone sunshine. You know, take a moment to really, really, really reflect on your life, to bring happiness to your life. It's time to just be happy. Being angry, sad, overthinking isn't worth it. Just let things flow and be positive. To my beautiful peeps out there, life is hard. Life is very hard. A lot of us is struggling how to balance life. A lot of us want happiness in our life. But before you can have happiness in your life, You have to be true to yourself. You have to focus on your weakness. Learn about your weakness. You have to learn how to handle situations that you find yourself in. A lot of times the situation that we find ourselves in is because of the choices that we made. Life is about choices. Start making better choices in your life. Only you can determine your happiness. Only you. Stop searching for others to make you happy. You can't live your life like that anymore. You can't. You know, they have a lot of people out here. And for myself, I have a happy life. I do. And when I say that, it's because I learned how to deal with those situations that I deal with on an everyday basis. You know, every day it could be a challenge. Every day. But you have to learn how to balance. You know, meditation is beautiful. It is. I meditate when I get up in the morning. And I meditate before I go to sleep. In the morning when I meditate, I'm bringing in positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. To teach me how to handle that day. You have to teach yourself. Because negativity is going to come to you. You can't stop that. You can't. It's how you handle negativity. That's the key. Don't allow anyone to take you out of your positivity. Don't. Learn how to walk away if you find yourself you need to cool off. Walk away. Don't feel like you're a coward because you're walking away. You got to learn how to protect. Protect your energy. Stop allowing people to control your energy. Stop allowing people to control your happiness. It's time for you to learn how to balance your life to make yourself happy. If you go to a therapy and you talk to a therapist and you talk to someone, get that out. Release that. Work on yourself. Don't preach about it. And you're not working on yourself. Don't do that. Work on yourself. That's the only way that you will be a better person. Work on yourself. And to all the ones out there that if you're back against the wall and you feel like life is like, whoa, you just can't take it no more, please. Whatever you do, don't give up. Life is precious. It's precious. Sometimes God will take us through there to test our faith. You got to have faith. If you're losing your faith, go to church. Find things to bring that faith back into your life. And for the ones out there that have lost someone this week, or lost someone last week, months ago, whatever you do, don't stay in that sadness moment. Change that sadness to happiness. Post pictures of your loved ones. Talk about your loved ones. Keep your loved one memories alive. And then I just want to do a shout out to my homegirl Stacy, my homeboy Dwayne. I'm sending prayers y'all way. Facebook, please, shout out and send prayers to Dwayne Soignier, Stacy Soignier. They lost their grandmother and they lost their uncle in a couple days apart. I'm sending you guys my love. Even I was going through my stuff. I picked up the phone and I called my girl and told her, that I love her, I'll uplift her. Sometimes, we can't be selfish about the things that we're dealing with, especially when you have a loved one that's hurting, don't be selfish, send out that love, and to all the graduates, congratulations to all of you guys. I hope that everything, that you dream of come true to your life, but one thing about it, remember, try to stay positive. Change your mindset to positivity. Just 3 things to be truly happy in this world. Someone to love and something to do. Love on your family and friends, guys. Life is precious. Life is not about living sadness. It's not. Life is about happiness. You have to change the things in your life that's bringing you sadness. You have to. You have to release the people that's bringing nothing but sadness to your life. If you don't have a person in your life that's uplifting you, that's pushing you, that's encouraging you, you need to release that person. You do. A lot of times people just don't understand that when you become positive in your life, a lot of times people like to hold on to positive people. They like to drain them. You can't allow anybody to let you lose your self-esteem of yourself. You can't. You have to boost your own ego. You do. Boost your own ego. I boost my own ego all the time. All the time. I'm always trying to feel pretty. I know I'm pretty on the outside, but I want to be pretty in the inside. That's what matters. So don't forget, love on yourself. Be proud of the little things that you have accomplished in your life. I don't care what it is. You can finally just got your own place. You finally got a car. You finally got a job. Celebrate your little accomplishment in your life. Celebrate it. If you stop smoking cigarettes, if you stop drinking, celebrate. Celebrate your life. Don't wait till others to celebrate your life when you're dead and gone. You celebrate your life. Live your life to the fullest. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid of happiness. Bring happiness in your heart. Thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. I hope I touched somebody out there to bring happiness back into their self. Don't lose yourself to this world. Don't. Don't lose yourself. You have to bring more love to yourself. Because this world is losing love in this world. Happiness in this world. Take yourself away from all the negativity. Take yourself away from that. But thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you feel like somebody on your page needs to hear this, share. Hit that share button. And if you ever want to join my podcast, hit the request. Hit the request. But thank you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weekend. And remember, everybody needs a hug out there. Everybody needs a hug. And don't give fake hugs. Don't do that. Don't give fake hugs. I hate fake hugs. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you see me, now, if I don't know you like that, and if you just want to, tap, I can understand because I don't love, I don't know you like that, But to the ones that know me, don't give me no fake hug. Don't do that. I'd rather for you to keep that fake hug than for you to hug me. I love hugs because you never know at that moment when you see me, I might need that hug. And you never know, it might be the last time that you ever hug me. So remember that. If you know me, don't give me no fake hug. Keep it. And that's on some real shit. I don't do fake love. I don't do fake friends. I don't do any of that shit. Keep it. Now, I do have some that I love from a distance. I do. But if I see them, it's always love from me. Always. Even if we haven't spoke to each other or anything like that, hey. If that person want to give me a hug, hey, I'm going to hug you back. I ain't going to never let you feel no negative energy off of me. That's one thing about me. If you ever come in my presence, I would never feed off negative energy to you. Never. If I feel like I'm in one of those funk moves, I have to reconnect to myself, burn my sage to get that negative energy off of me, because I don't want to bring no negativity to nobody. I want to be somebody, sunshine, to light up, to bring brightness to their life. You got to learn how to love. And you got to be true to your friends. Be true to them. If you got an issue with your friends, call your friend. Stop waiting for, oh no, she need to call me. No, she need to call me. No, she didn't call me. Some people that you thought that was your true friends, God showed you. Love them from a distance. And I have a lot of them that I thought was a true friend. I love them from a distance. I don't hate nobody. I don't wish bad luck on anybody. I don't do evil for evil. I don't live my life like that. I enjoy my life. I do the things that I love to do. That's going to make me happy. And I do that. I don't care what anybody think or any of that. I live for Keisha. What makes Keisha happy. And that's what I do. Because when it is time for God to call me on to heaven, I'm okay. Because I enjoy my life. And that's what you're going to have to say to yourself. Celebrate your life. Why God have you on this earth to celebrate. God did not have us on this earth to be sad. He didn't. He threw things out there to different people to show other people how to live in a positive mindset. Because a lot of times people don't realize you bring your own sadness to yourself because we allow others to do so. And I promise to myself, no more. No more. The old Keisha, yes. I allow other people's opinions. I allow others to determine my happiness. I allow friends to take advantage. No more. No more. I learned how to express myself. I'm not afraid to express myself. I'm not afraid to have a bad moment when I come on here and I cry. Every emotions that I feel is not negative emotions. You can have positive emotions. See, a lot of times people get that confused when people cry. It's like, oh my God, they're sad. Da, da, da. No. Just because you're crying doesn't mean that you're sad all the time. You could be crying for happy moments. Happy moments. God can bring that spirit into a happiness to make you cry. Don't be afraid to share tears. Don't hold back your tears. Don't. When you learn how to be true to yourself, it's beautiful. But it takes practice. You got to work on your weakness. And I preach this all the time. Everybody have weakness. Love on yourself. You're beautiful. Remember that. You guys have a beautiful, 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 beautiful weekend. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I know I went over the time, but this subject needed to be talked about because a lot of people are losing themselves in life. I have family and friends that's losing themselves in life. Peace and love.